Hello and welcome to a special collaboration of Easy Allies and none other than HipHopGamer.
Yeah, you already know what it is, baby. To go to the game, HipHopGamer's in the building. I got my brother Oop in the building. What's up, who? What's going on, son? How you feel?
Good. How do you feel?
Son, yo, dog, I'm amazing. The flight was great. I'm here. Already had like a meeting earlier, and that was dope. So now I'm here. So shout out to my brother Daniel too, because we was talking about this for a minute. So I'm happy that we was able to make it happen.
Yes.
And like one of my favorite moments, like watching Easy Allies, I think is when like the Final Fantasy announcement had happened. And Kyle was going crazy. I was like, that's the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the energy that I'm talking about. That's what makes gaming, you know what I mean? So, like, it's just an honor to be here. And let's keep it going.
We are honored to have you, dude. You were on one of my E3 Huber hypes, like, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't even know how long ago.
Yeah, man.
And then ever since, it's like, dude, we got to do more with HipHopGamer and just like, you know, life, busy shit, like different states.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, and now finally you're here.
I'm happy, man. And you know what? I might be back in LA a little bit more because of other things that I'm looking to do, especially in the movie and TV show scene, like I was briefly telling you, even voiceover. So there's a lot more for me out in LA. So anytime I come out here, you know, I would love to just drop by. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime
and
the door is wide open.
Salute. I appreciate that.
Always open.
I appreciate that, son.
I'm loving the Dodgers attire here. I mean, you're after my own heart right now. This
Dog, I had to represent.
Is borderline pandering.
Yeah, I had to represent, son. You know, we out in LA. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, stand up. But when you come to LA, you know, that's NWA. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube and stuff like that. Snoop.
Yeah.
You got to show love, you know, whenever you travel. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get the blue right. You know what I mean? Get it popping, son.
And there's that Brooklyn Dodgers.
Dodgers. Like that. You know what it is, son. That's what I'm talking about. All right, bet. Let's get it.
Amazing. So you were talking about Final Fantasy, us reacting to it.
Yeah.
Rebirth is out.
Oh yeah, Rebirth is fire.
Have you been playing?
Of course.
What have you been playing?
Yeah,
dude?
of course. So I've been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth and stuff like that. That joint is dope. Let me tell you. So I played it first when we was doing like previews out in New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my peoples over at 47.
Yeah.
And I played that joint. The moment I was able to control Sephiroth, son,
right at the
that was
beginning.
it.
Yeah,
that was it.
It's it.
Once I did that, yo, that's all you need to know. That sells the game right there, Sephiroth. So
from the jump too. Moment one. It's like, yo, let's go.
That was my joint. So I love that, and just changing between the characters on the fly, like that's always dope. But Rebirth is fire, so that joint is dope. Also, I was playing this other joint with my partners over at AMD, my AMD family, but the Thaumaturge. No, the Thaumaturge. Yeah. So I was playing that, and I'm feeling that because I love the concept of we all got our demons, and we trying to, you know, get out of that and stuff like that. So that, it's such a deep meaning.
I love
so
that
I
shit.
love that game, so that was cool right there. So I was playing that. Yeah. And then I still got to play more of it, but I've been playing that.
Yeah.
And from a fighting game standpoint, going heavy on Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, so I've been playing those. Yakuza, the man who erased his name, dude. I really love that.
Dude, that one is so good.
That joint
brought me back, dude.
Facts. So that right there is fire. And there's still a bunch of other games I'm playing, but that's just to name a few. You know
There's
what I'm
just
saying?
so many.
It's
overwhelming.
A lot.
You were talking about the demons in Thaumaturge having those deep meanings. I've been playing Banishers.
Oh, I'm playing that too. I'm playing Banishers too.
Yes, dude.
Banishers?
The freaking
crazy.
Everyone's got their ghosts. Their demons, basically the same concept. You know, tortured souls trying to redeem themselves. Love that stuff.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what's so crazy? See, what I like about Banishers is the way they bring you in to the concept of what it means to banish and then the souls and stuff like that. So even though Thaumaturge, I like Banishers better than Thaumaturge just because the combat is better. I love the combat style. But in terms of the story and the elements on how they bring it together, there's a lot of life lessons like in these games. And that's what I love about playing Banishers and Thaumaturge. So that's fire. So
what are some of like your favorite games? Just some that come to mind.
So if we talking about like all time, son, my favorite game ever is God of War.
God of
period.
War.
Shout out to my brother David Jaffe, creator of
05
Kratos.
God of War.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm talking about like the first joint.
God of War 1.
And real
Hell
talk,
yeah.
like when I first ever played God of War, the story is what blew me away.
Yeah.
How his skin is the ashes of his wife and daughter,
Insane.
and the pain and the dreams and stuff. The
Punished
rage.
Kratos.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I love like all the God of Wars, everything from PS2 to PSP to PS5, the PS3, all that stuff. I love it all. But that's my favorite game of all time. My favorite game franchise of all time is God of War. But as you see on the belt, I got my grandmother. So my grandmother.
This is that God of War font. Right?
Yeah, this is the God of War font. This is the God of War font. Yep. So that's my son right here, and that's my grandmother on the other side. My grandmother, she taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old.
No way.
Yeah. So my grandmother. I played Pac-Man for the first time ever. That was the first game I ever played.
God, I love
but
Pac-Man.
Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers and Dunk Hunt, Mario
Yeah.
Brothers is the game that made me a gamer
Yes.
for life. So I gotta show,
100% same.
So
Yep.
I gotta show love to Mario, man. Like that joint changed my life, man.
Always
It
right
really
here in
did,
the heart,
yeah.
Mario, for sure, 100%.
Facts. But what about you? What you rocking with right now?
Well, I was gonna ask you, God of War Valhalla, the DLC.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
So I
Dude, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I played that. Now I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something. So when it comes to like those roguelike type of games and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? They're dope.
Yeah.
I like them.
Okay.
And we're gonna get into this later.
Yeah.
They already know what's up because I use glitch. I use cheat codes. I don't care. Like I don't like dying all the time. Like I want to win and progress.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
that God of War, the way they did it,
Yes.
surprised me, dog.
Dude.
It's because there's a balance in terms of the difficulty, but going through the joints and fighting and progressing, I was like, yo, you know what it is? It gave me old Kratos kind of feels. Yes, it gave me the old Kratos feels in that joint. I was, yeah.
Dude, when that like OG music starts hitting.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Freaking Cyclops is coming in. Like, dude, once the Cyclops showed up, it was it.
It was over. So the Valhalla joint. Now, here's something that I would say. Right? Do you think that I know this is a weird idea. I know it's a weird concept.
We love weird ideas.
But I think if Ubisoft
Yeah.
and Sony Santa Monica said, hey, it'd be dope if we had like a moment in Assassin's Creed where, they go into the Enemies. And when they go into the Enemies, they actually find a way to meet up with Kratos. Imagine if they went into the Enemies and they met up with Kratos in Valhalla.
Obsessed.
And then now you got Eivor and Kratos teaming up in Valhalla through the Enemies.
So sick.
Yo,
and it's not even they already had Final Fantasy. Remember that in Origins?
Absolutely. Yeah, why not?
Arden came.
Yeah, why not?
It's like Arden's already been in this game.
Yep.
Why not just have Kratos?
Why not?
Yeah.
So I know it's like crazy, but I think something like that would be dope as a collaboration that nobody would see coming.
Yeah.
But it would work because they both in those worlds. And then you got now you got to think about it though. Even though Kratos fought Thor and stuff like that and fighting Odin and all this other stuff, they was trying to get their power from Odin when you saw the crow and everything in terms of Eivor and Assassin's Creed. Imagine if it's a situation where maybe they didn't team up. Maybe it's a situation where they went head to head.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I feel like it would start there, but then they'd be like, "Yo, we got to team up here.
Yeah.
We gotta combine."
Yeah, to bring something together, to bring it on home,
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited about that, man. But I think something like that would be cool. I love those crazy collaborations like we were just talking about because
Same.
it's one of those situations where I love to see the unexpected happen.
Yeah.
I love to see the unexpected happen because then it becomes another moment in time. And kind of like people going crazy when Xbox said we bringing these 4 games to that was an unexpected moment in time for a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean? But
that was a crazy moment.
I like that. I like that.
That made people a little crazy, a little nervous.
Yeah, a lot of people were crazy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I love to see that because I love to see different things happen in the industry so the industry can continue to grow and go forward. So,
said.
that's what I like to see
love
that.
People taking risks.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And we need more of it because you can't be a creative operating out of fear.
Yeah.
Because then no matter what you think about, the moment you have a fear of the idea that you create, we never gonna get a chance to see it through if there's any fear with it. You gotta be like, you gotta have belief,
vision,
100,000%
commitment.
That I don't care what nobody say. I'm in a position to do this. I'm risking it all because I truly believe what I got is great. Dude, and that's what I love.
I love
That's what
that.
I love, man.
That feels like God of War 2018 was like that. Like they went all in, no compromise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think about it. Who would have thought that making a Kratos that can't jump would be one of the biggest and best moments, 10 out of 10 across the board. Yo, Corey Barlog, I love you.
Yes,
period, dog.
me too,
that was
Corey.
crazy. That was epic. But this, and you know what? This brings me to something that I think that's a issue though in the industry. I think a lot of creatives need to remain creative. The moment you try to become a people pleaser, you're gonna lose.
You can't answer to those shareholders.
Yeah, like you're gonna lose. Like you gotta figure out a way to remember the very moment you fell in love with the art that you do.
Yes.
Never let that
be like
compromised.
Do you feel like that gets harder as you get older?
You know what it is? I think it gets harder depending on the environment you're in. So I don't think it's the age. I think it's if you're in an environment that's constantly going against your creativity, but you still got family to feed and stuff like that, then it's kind of like you gotta, the reality starts to set in, and then sometimes people be like, all right, well, I gotta take care of my family, so at the expense of taking care of my family, I gotta reserve my creativity, and then next thing you know, the end result, it may be good, but it won't be great. Exactly. Playing it safe. You know what I'm saying? So, but playing it safe can also become problematic. You want to know why? Because while you're playing it safe, there's somebody else right around the corner that don't got to do that. They ain't focused on that. And then they're going to be able to take over. Think about it like this. It's very interesting how at one point in time, when you look at like Battlefield, what it was versus what it is now.
Dude, why are you making me depressed?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Call of Duty's still going strong year over year. Now, a lot of people may say Call of Duty's playing it safe, but here's what I would say. Because Call of Duty got a 3 development cycle, so every year there's a new joint, every Call of Duty has been in development for like 2+ years. So you're still getting the freshness of how they want to do it, but still getting that formula. So that's taking a lot of risk to have these 3 teams on one project.
For sure.
Because people get jaded on that same thing. You know what I mean? So I just think it's interesting how you have to understand, if you're going to make a decision to be creative, don't cheat the game.
100%.
Don't cheat the game. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat the consumers.
I feel like they're all chasing that Fortnite. Just the collab, like the crossover element. You know,
yes.
How Fortnite just has 1 billion different skins and crossovers. It's like all these other games are trying to chase that, and like they lose a little bit of their identity by trying to follow that.
Yeah, I think it's so corny, bro.
It is corny.
It's corny, and the reason why is because like when you, so I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you have a lot of conversations with people behind the scenes, like some of the greatest minds in this industry, when you have the human conversation with them, forget their title, whatever. When you get a chance to, you at Dice or something, or you just hanging out with them, or y'all go to dinner,
having a cup of coffee with them.
And you start hearing the conversations, it's like, well, where's this guy? Where's this girl? Like where y'all at?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be real just when you're isolated and by yourself, or you got trust in somebody where you can confide in them. The world needs to see this person again.
Yeah.
That's what we love. That's what we're missing. And sometimes you got to create a scenario where if your success is solely based on shareholders or whatever, then you got to find better shareholders. Like, I'm going to give you an example right now. So you see Five Nights at Freddy's movie that just came out, right?
Yeah.
So
I heard it was pretty decent. I didn't see it.
It's great. Okay, that joint is fire. So my man Jason Blum over at Blumhouse, like that's my man. Like that's my dude. He been on the red carpets talking everything. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I love about him is he leads what he does. Everybody follows his lead. He don't care.
Captain of the ship.
Yeah, he don't care who's investing, whatever. You got to know who and what you're investing in, because your money will not control my creativity. I will do it with you or I will do it without you. At the end of the day, it's gonna get done.
That's awesome.
I think we need more of that in the gaming industry versus feeling like a lot of the shareholders is just bullies in certain areas.
They are
You know what I'm saying?
bullies.
So I think that needs to change because
They're corny bullies.
corny bully. So my thing is, it's like that's so good. So my thing is, it's like, anything that you invest in, just know what you're investing in, and then if you're looking for investors, all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
So make sure you choose the right partner.
We don't want that
do it.
embracer money.
Yeah,
we don't want that.
You don't want to set it up like that.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
dirty
saying?
money.
And so my thing is, what I would say with Embracer or whoever else, it's like, I know the bottom line is the bottom line, but there's many ways to get to that bottom line. And when you have open conversations and open dialogue, y'all all can get what y'all want in terms of consumer, in terms of the business model, and the creators. We all can get what we want. We've seen it done time and time again.
Yeah.
But don't let the pressures of, dang, we might not hit our joint this month. Or
This
we might
quarter,
not,
the quarterly earnings.
If that's something that you're worried about, then create a scenario where there's a cushion to where you could give realistic chances. For example, if you're a shareholder and you give everything that the creator needs and wants, and you give it to them, and they do it, and they do it, and they do it, and they still find a way to come up short, at least we gave it a real shot.
Gave it a
and
shot,
nobody
a
looks
real
like the enemy here. We just gave it a shot, but it didn't work. Let's move on to something new, or maybe we got to part ways. But at least we know we gave it out all across the board.
I love that.
And that's fair because you can't just only blame shareholders either.
Totally.
It goes
Even
both
me.
ways. It goes both ways. But I do believe that the biggest problem that we starting to see in the industry is people who have a fear of being creative across the board. They're worried about what
games are just so expensive.
Yeah.
There's always so much secrecy too.
Yeah.
I just wish the industry was just a little more transparent.
Yeah.
But it's just like, they're just working on their games in secret until they want to announce them. It's just so different than movies where it's like, hey, I'm making this movie now. I'll see you in like 3 or 4 years. Bye. It's like,
Yeah, and what's interesting when you bring up the movie industry and the movie business, because like gaming is bigger than movies and music, all that stuff combined, right?
Yeah, I love that stuff.
What's interesting is that I'm loving how gaming is helping the movie industry grow.
100%.
That right there. Who would have thought that we'll see that?
Honestly,
you know
you're
what I'm
so
saying?
right.
Like whether it's Mario new movies and stuff that's coming out, or matter of fact, I had Idris Elba on the show. Shout out to Idris, my dude.
Amazing.
And we was talking about
Luther himself.
Yeah, I know, right? We was talking about
Yes.
Sonic and Knuckles and all this other stuff. Look at this, like how we're growing all these other mediums because of power of gaming. So I love where things is going. There's still things that need to be cleaned up, but I believe with the right conversation, we can get everybody what they want. And I think when we get to that point, things will continue to grow across the board. One thing I will say though, I'm not sure if you remember this, but you remember when Crash Bandicoot was standing outside of the Nintendo building and he was talking trash and stuff like that? Those commercials from back in the day?
Yes.
Yo, I'm going to tell you something right now. This is very important. There's nothing wrong with healthy competition.
Love healthy
There's nothing
competition.
wrong with healthy competition. I think we got to such a point to where nobody wants to offend nobody. And if you get offended, oh well. I'm offended that you're offended. I'm offended that you're offended. I don't care.
We're a long way from Nintendo versus Sega,
you know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is, there used to be a genuine fun where, you had these battles, and these battles brought the best out of the creators and the talent, because it's like,
they needed to survive.
Yeah, for example, if you make something, I'm like, yo, that joint is fire. Yo, Daniel, we need to talk. Huddle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Huddle
saying?
up.
We gotta figure this out because they came with something. We can't let them now we gotta do something else. And then boom, I come back and now you like, hold up, I didn't even see that coming. Now we gotta blah, blah, blah. I love that because that's healthy growth.
Yep.
And I think the more we leave healthy competition, you just get a whole bunch of people-pleasing creators, and you get games that's very, I think, bare bones.
That's what I think of Pokemon. Hasn't had competition really in so long, and they just release, an average to good game every year. That's all they need to do. No one's really chasing them down.
Okay, I got something for you. I got something for you, right? So right now, in this day and age, and with the games that's out now, you saw that Helldivers 2 is blowing up.
Taking the world by
storm.
Yeah.
Power World did the same thing, stuff like that. When you see those things happen, right? What's a game that you feel that you would want to either come back, or what's a game you feel right now would be like the perfect competition for like a Helldivers 2 or a Power World to take things to the next level and stuff like that? Just in your opinion, just as a gamer, what's something that you see out there that would make for a good, healthy competition with those titles?
I don't know why my brain just thought of For Honor 2.
Ooh,
like
a new For Honor.
Yes,
wow.
It is time.
Wow, yeah, because they in like their 8th season or something like that. Yeah.
And I know For Honor 1 is still going strong, but you always run into that risk of like something going on too long. And it's For
Honor. Oh, that could be something
I think that'd be sick.
Crazy.
Or like a new multiplayer Sifu or something.
Yo, hold on.
We wanted that co-op, dude. They didn't give it to us.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the answer right there. A multiplayer Sifu,
let's go,
would be crazy. Yes. All right, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you had a multiplayer Sifu featuring Wu-Tang, it's over. It's over, son. You kidding me?
They promote it, they're the face of it. That would be so sick.
Yo, what? In the RZA, I know him. Like he'll do something like that. Sifu with Wu-Tang as a. And the campaign would be like literally the killer bees on a swarm, but I would do the campaign where the Helldivers, I would make a parody of Helldivers, and when a Helldiver come down to save you, it's really killer bees that come out and kill all your Helldivers. What? This is what I'm talking about, son. That energy, son.
This is what we need.
We need stuff like that. Because what it does is it makes the industry fun.
Exactly.
Again, without it being too serious. And I think you get to a point where things are too serious and you miss the fun element, then it's what are we doing here? Why do we play games?
That's what I really commend Final Fantasy Rebirth for. This is a super serious, high budget, AAA, high stakes game.
Yeah.
But they have fun in there.
I'm having
that game's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
And,
they don't take things too seriously. They can keep it chill for a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to all of that, man. I'm looking forward to one of the dope things I'm actually looking forward to is
what's on your radar?
Yeah. So when they came out with that trailer of Akuma in Street Fighter 6, the way he looks, dog.
Akuma, why is Akuma so sick?
Yeah, Akuma.
Why is he just one of the sickest characters
ever?
Dude.
He looks bananas in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to Street Fighter 6's Akuma. But you know what?
Can we please, to interrupt for a sec, can we please have Akuma in Mortal Kombat?
Yo!
We need the Mortal Kombat Street Fighter crossover. We demand it. We thought maybe Super Smash Bros. They had Ryu and Ken. Let's get a freaking Mortal Kombat character in there. Any way we can have these games crossover.
Yo, I'm going to tell you
Come
right now.
on.
Imagine what the Raging Demon would be like in a Mortal Kombat
Raging Demon Fatality, dude.
Demon Fatality?
Oh my God.
Yo, Ed, what up, son?
Yo,
Ed, what up, son?
Come on.
Well, you know what? Actually, so Ed has always, I can't talk to Ed. Ed has always been down to do the Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. You know,
he's down for everything except Shaolin Monks. That's it.
Yeah, I know. And Shaolin Monks, that's a whole other conversation. I love that game, man. But I'm looking more at Capcom right now. Yo, you know how crazy a Raging Demon Fatality would be? Come on, dog.
Please.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That would be fire,
We're in the collaboration crossover era.
Era.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying? Bring it back WWF, WCW days.
Invasion,
yeah, facts. So, but aside from everything else we was talking about, that's what I've been enjoying. In terms of all the games that I've been playing and stuff like that, and just having a great time. And another thing that's interesting that I would say that's pretty fun is I'm not sure if you go back and play some of the old retro titles and stuff like that
all the time.
But so I'm gonna tell you something interesting, right? Now, There's this game. It's a scary, scary game.
Okay, you're speaking
right?
my language.
Do you remember this game called The Suffering?
The Suffering, dude.
Dog.
100%.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. Because they just made the announcement.
Some like hardcore grindhouse prison shit, dude. Yeah. Let's go.
Facts. And they had like enemies that had lethal injection on them.
Dude.
Dog. So
Disturbing.
I was just looking at some clips of that game, and I was like, yo, this is one of the craziest games that used to scare me when I was younger.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is when you look at Tomb Raider, how they use AI to remaster that and stuff like that, and then now looking at Star Wars Battlefront, and then I forgot the name of the company that they just announced that's solely doing all the retro stuff for PlayStation and other consoles. The Suffering and some other old games, but I believe that you're gonna see more of a resurgence of a lot of the old titles. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of the old titles when they was made, it had more of that creativity where it was like, yo, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm putting this out because the industry. Because remember, the industry in the era was different. We still talking about E3 era and back in the
Wild
day.
West.
You know what I'm saying? It was the Wild Wild West in gaming.
Sure.
We, like if you look at the documentary with Sega and Super Nintendo and the blast processing and all these other things niggas talk about, like that era, that age. So some of these older games, I think a lot of the people that played them would be like, wow, this is what it was like. This type of energy, the type of time that they was on. I think the more that stuff start to come back, I believe it'll spill over into the new games that we're seeing being made. And I think we could get those, not to say let's go back in time, but I think we could get the glory days of creativity at its purest form.
I feel like indie games are just riding that creativity high, dude. Like anytime I'm like wowed by creativity, it's usually in the indie space.
In indie
where I'm
space.
just like, oh, they're doing something so cool. Or just those weird middle of the road games like Banishers. I'm like, dude, Banishers is like doing what a lot of games have done, but they have their own spin on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's more than the sum of its parts, like totally.
Yeah, Focus Home is dope, man. I love Focus Home. So now I'm gonna tell you something that's interesting. There's an indie game, I think it's called Two Ninjas. Or something like that. But
Three Ninjas.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I remember that movie. I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, do you remember this game called Bushido Blade?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
dude, I was watching an old episode of Attitude Era Wrestling, and one of the episodes of Raw was sponsored by Bushido Blade, dude.
You lying!
And
That's crazy.
They have like gameplay of it. They're like running through the bamboo forest.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Bushido Blade. I was like, dude,
that's great. All right, so I'm gonna tell you something right now. That game I just mentioned is an indie title. It's gonna be at GDC. It's gonna be at GDC. It's called. I think it's called Two Ninjas. Sorry if I'm messing. Two Strikes. Yeah. Okay. That's how it goes. Yo, dude, shout out.
Sick.
Yo, shout out to who was that? Isla in the building. Yo, 2 Strikes. This joint right here, son. Look at the blood, son.
Dude, that anime like blood splatter is one of the art direction. Always so sick.
Yeah, yo, I love this right here, son. Is everything, and it
on my radar.
Of Bushido Blade. Like if you cut the leg, you can only use one leg.
Oh shit!
Wait,
did you ever play One Strike from the creator of One Strike?
Oh shoot! You know what? I didn't play.
That's the first, dude. This is the follow-up, it looks like.
Yeah, Two Strikes. Yo, I'm gonna see this at GDC, dog. It's crazy.
Have you been watching Shogun by chance? You watching any TV lately?
I haven't watched Shogun.
Okay.
I know. I gotta get up on it.
It'll strike the 2 strikes.
I got you. But yeah, this game is something, because you was talking about indie titles. Yeah. This is what you gotta look out for. This game right here is gonna be something special.
Dude.
And then
it's high on my radar immediately.
Yeah, now this is fire. So now let me ask you this: what are your thoughts? Not so much on the gaming industry, but what's some of your thoughts on like some of your favorite creators in the gaming industry? And what I mean by that is, like, you see how Jordan Peele and Hideo Kojima got a new project that they're working on called OD on Xbox, but then they got the other joint. Then Hideo got another joint on PlayStation, all this other stuff. What are your thoughts on just some of the like major creators that we got in our industry now? Yeah. Is there anything that you would want to see from them with the power that we got now at our disposal.
So I am a massive fan of The Evil Within. It is one of my favorite games ever made. 1 and 2 both.
Wow,
the director
crazy.
of 2 also did Hi-Fi Rush, John Johannes. So I want to see him do another Evil Within, like close out that trilogy. Evil Within 3 is probably like the number 1 unannounced game I want.
Yeah.
Like if I could greenlight one game right now, it would be Evil Within 3.
All right, so I gotta challenge you on something. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Evil Within. What's the scariest franchise?
Scariest? Probably Silent Hill.
Yeah, I agree.
My favorite is Resident Evil.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
But I put Evil Within like right there with the top of the mountain.
Now,
for survival horror, the very top. 1 and 2, I'm obsessed. I think Evil Within 2, maybe I overrate Evil Within 2, but I think it's one of the best survival horror games ever made.
Got you. Now let me ask you this then. If there's a collaboration, what would you want to see? Like, would you want to see Chris Redfield inside the world of Silent Hill? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or the Evil Within, you have Resident Evil and Silent Hill fall into the Evil Within. Like, you know, like what are your thoughts on what that triple collaboration could look like?
That exactly. Because with Evil Within, the whole STEM technology, you can just like jack into anything, right? It's like you could do any of that. And they kind of in the first one they play on it a little bit because it was Shinji Mikami, so he did Resident Evil. Yeah. So there's that chapter in Evil Within when you like come to the mansion and it's like, oh man, I'm getting strong Resident Evil vibes right here. Yeah. So yeah, something like that for sure.
Yo, this is crazy. I'm telling y'all right now, like all the stuff that we done talked about, like for real, like we got too many highlight clips, like right now with this whole situation. So this is crazy. So, I got a couple more things I want to share with you. Then I'll let you go. So, what was that game that made you want to be in the business of gaming?
Easy.
What's that?
Shenmue.
Shenmue? Yo, listen, hold on, son. Tell me why they got a Shenmue pillow. They got a Yo, can somebody give me, if anybody know where it's at, can somebody bring me the Shenmue pillow? Because they got a Shenmue pillow here at the Easy Ally Studio.
Love that pillow.
Yo, dog, when I seen that, ain't no way in the world you can't tell me this ain't real. Like, word up, son. You got a Shenmue pillow. Yeah.
I can remember the actual moment of being in the supermarket. And remember when you were a kid and you were at the market and they had all the gaming magazines.
Yeah.
Your mom or dad would go shopping, like going to get the groceries, and you would get
Let's go, baby. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about, son. Look at this, baby. Yo, son, this is crazy,
this
man.
pillow.
Yo, keep talking because I got a story around this too, but go ahead.
So your parents would go do the shopping at the mall or the market or whatever, and then I would just go off to the front where they'd have all the gaming magazines. Right. And I can remember flipping through, and there was a big Shenmue cover, and it was highlighting an image of the character's hands. Gotcha. And how you could see individual veins in the character's hands. I'll never forget that. And I was like, this is so awesome. I want to write about games. I want to be in this industry. That was it. Wow. And then I went to school for journalism because I was originally just trying to work for like PC Gamer or Game Pro or whatever, but then pivoted into, podcasting and all that.
I got you. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, right? So 1999.
Yeah.
I'm in Thomas Jefferson High School, Brooklyn, and me and my boy, we call him Goofy. His real name is Jerome, but we call him Goofy because he does the Goofy impressions and stuff like that. Yo,
is he a Kingdom Hearts fan?
Yo, of course he is. So what happened is, he was like. So for those that don't know, my real name is Gerard. Everybody calls me HipHopGamer, but he was like, yo, Gerard, you gotta see this video. So, because we talk about games all the time. Yeah. He showed me the video of Shenmue.
Dude. The first trailer?
He's running, the quick time plays, he moved to the side, the fighting. But you know what blew me away? When I saw the detail on the cat. Like, there was a cat. The cat, it looked
real.
Mad real.
I was like, this is real.
Real. Yeah. And then when they was fighting what's the boss's name?
Long D.
Yeah. And they was fighting and he killed his father.
Dude,
I'm like,
devastating.
Yo, at that moment, I was like literally in shock. Like I didn't know games could even get to this point.
Chills. Look at these.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yes.
So my thing is, Shenmue always got a special place in my heart because it was one of the moments in the Dreamcast movement that blew me away. Still to this day, in my opinion, Dreamcast has the best launch of games. NBA 2K, NFL 2K, Power Stone, Sonic Adventure.
You asked
Shenmue.
me earlier what you could bring back to combat Helldivers and shit. Yeah. Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Power Stone, dude.
Easy. Power Stone all day.
All day.
That's it.
I can remember being in an EB Games with my older brother, and they had that giant TV display.
Yeah.
It was right before the Dreamcast came out, and it was Sonic running away from the whale.
Yeah.
And we were like, we need this.
Now,
how do we convince our parents to get this? What do we do?
Crazy
we will
Taxi.
combine. Oh my God. We will combine our birthday, both of our birthdays and both of our Christmases for the entire year. We just want this.
Yeah. You gotta hustle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
make those deals.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, mom, look, let me tell you, right? This is what we gonna do. Mom, dad. So I'm gonna take the garbage out every day.
Every day, twice a day.
You know what I'm saying? I'll do what. All I want is this right here will change my whole life. I'll be the best kid ever. So my thing is, here's what I would tell you. I think this right here is crazy though. Peep this. Everything we just spoke about, it all ties into what we were talking about earlier in terms of the place of the industry and where it's at. Mm-hmm. So I had a conversation with someone. I won't name their name, at least not yet.
Unnamed source.
But what I will say is, I said, yo, I know we're in a time where everything is digital, everything is fast, everything is instant. I get it. But old things are new things to those that never experienced those things.
100%.
So think about this for a second. There's a lot of kids growing up that will never know what it's like to go to the store.
To go to a Blockbuster.
To go to a Blockbuster. But to go to Circuit City or something like that and get a brand new system, stay overnight, buy the games. And there's a lot of experiences that they will never have. So what I was saying is, it would be so dope if there was like a pop-up launch for a game. But the thing is, you have to buy it in person.
Physical only.
Yeah,
it's always 3 days early digital. No, 3 days early physical.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to play this early, you have to play it early.
Dude, that would be electric.
I think that will break the internet.
That would be so sick.
Now think about this. Imagine if Call of Duty made an announcement that if you want to play this game, not just 3 days early, let's say you want to play this game a week early.
Yeah.
You want to play this game a week early, but you got to show up in store to get it.
Dude. People would show up.
People would line up because one, those that remember will do it.
Yup.
And those that's new and them coming up,
the
kids or whatever, they'll come with them to have the experience.
I'm obsessed with this.
And you know it'd be cool for a limited time because you got that company limited run. For a limited time, you can have the Game Pro magazine come back to be with the launch of Call of Duty.
Just the most old school launch possible.
Yes. And I think if you did something like that once in a while.
Yeah. Special case
situations just to give that feel back where everybody is talking to each other in person, having dialogue.
That was so fun, that part, dude. That part's not talked about enough. Is being with like-minded fans, getting ready.
Overnight.
Talking about the older ones in the franchise, whatever game you're picking up, talking about the old ones, talking about your hopes for the new ones.
Yep.
That was so much fun.
And I think it'll break the internet right now. I think CNN will be like, there's a big craze, there's a line across the board. And what it does is, the whole point of it is not so much to let's just do this as a marketing scheme to only sell stuff, but I think it brings the culture back to a healthy state where we can actually show love to one another again because we came together. It's like the All-Star game.
Loving embrace.
Yeah. I think if we do something like that, it could save a lot of the things that we're losing currently right now.
Yeah. I love that.
Bro.
Dude. My favorite part about buying a game too, going home, it was reading the instruction manual in the car.
What?
I love that. You know, when you're a kid, your mom would take you to
at
buy a game.
I used to look at the back
of the
then
box,
read all of it, and see
you
the images.
smell it, that new game smell. We talk about the smell here all the time.
The Genesis box, and all that stuff.
All right, before you go though, we got to get one last little bit of hype.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Where are you at right now? What's your headspace like with GTA 6?
Oh, yo,
where are you at with GTA 6?
Dog, I'm gonna tell you right now. Exclusive. I was at the party, the Rockstar party.
No.
Like, I think this was like 2 days after they did the trailer.
What?
I was at their
I'm so jealous.
holiday party.
Oh.
And you know, when you at parties, there's conversation.
They're spilling secrets.
Don't
get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble.
I'm not gonna get in trouble at all. Yo, first of all, like I told you, I'm a boss. I do what I want to do. I know how this works. I'm a journalist at that too. I know what to say and what not to say. I know how this go. And you know what I'm saying? And for those, I know y'all I'm working on it right now, but shout out to Strauss Zelnick. I got a chance to meet with him last year, and hopefully we get a chance to get an interview done. I got plans with that, but shout out to Strauss Zelnick. That's my guy. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Y'all not ready.
I am not ready
for Grand Theft Auto 6.
No one is ready.
I'm gonna tell you why you're not ready.
No one is ready.
Because one thing I can say about Grand Theft Auto 6, what they're doing and what they have done, you've never seen in a game before. There's things in this game that you've never seen in games before.
So much, man. And it feels like every time they come out with a game, it's from the future.
Yeah.
5 years from the future, they're sending it back to us.
Yeah, and the amount of work, the amount of work and attention to detail and things that they put in this is unmatched. Yeah, it's unmatched. And I'm telling you right now, Grand Theft Auto 6 is a platform of a game in its own right. If you think Fortnite is crazy and what they're doing business model wise, if you think all these other, I'm telling you, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Grand Theft Auto 6. Look, you could Google it right now. Listen, you could Google me right now. You could Google HipHopGamer and Grand Theft Auto. One of the quotes that I said was, "This will be a forever moment in gaming history."
No doubt.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Forever moment in humanity's history.
I know, right? Grand Theft Auto 6 breaks the fourth wall and the fifth wall. Not just in gaming, but in entertainment content.
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto 6, you can't even give it Game of the Year. Grand Theft Auto 6, you can't give it an award. Like Grand Theft Auto 6 is Grand Theft Auto 6, and then everything else is just everything else.
Yep. There's GTA 6 and then every other game.
Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you this. You might not see it in trailer 2.
Yeah. I'm so ready for trailer 2.
I'm ready for trailer 2. You might not see
the
things that I'm relating about, you might not even see in trailer 2. But what I will say is, from the standpoint of technology, like, the things that you're going to be able to see and witness from a standpoint of like AI and things of that nature, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to break every rule in entertainment, not just gaming. Grand Theft Auto 6, here's the quote.
Steven Spielberg is going to be jealous of GTA 6.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to tell you. Grand Theft Auto 6 breaks every rule in entertainment content.
I love it, dude.
Period.
Dude, HipHopGamer, man. It has been
love you, bro.
An absolute pleasure to get hyped on this industry, on video games, on everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the door is always open whenever you're here, whenever you're in town.
Yeah, man.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was HipHopGamer and Easy Allies. Finally collaborating. So much love and respect.
We did it.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.